everyone, to a Sacred Symbols reading. I'm your host, Desiree DeMars, and today is Sunday, April, I believe it's the 16th, and we're in preparation with this reading for a Aries new moon that's coming up on, I believe, the 19th, and it may be different depending on your location in the world. And it's also, I believe it's a solar eclipse. So we've got an eclipse, and I always revert to Pam Gregory, who's an amazing astrologer, and I'll put her link below as usual. Just fascinating interviews. She's been an astrologer for like 45 years, and I highly recommend listening to her take on all the changes that have been transpiring, and also, like I said, different takes on what's going on globally with different teachers and people around the world with different kinds of work that support us, are supporting us or can support you through these huge transitions. And I also want to just say that I'll be posting this on my website, and I'll post it below when I have it, is a link to a group reading that I'll be offering through the Beekeepers Collective, BE, but they are beekeepers, and they've generously extended the reading to go out to anybody who else who would like to join. It's just going to be an intimate reading. We're not going for a huge group, because the more people, of course, the less time per person we have to cover. So we're trying to keep it fairly small, but if you're interested, I'll give you the link, or I'll put the link on my website for sure. So that's the housekeeping. And then, Aries new moon, lunar eclipse. Total lunar eclipse, I believe. I thought I just saw solar. Let's see and I'll just read you a little bit of what I found out about it. No, this says solar. Okay, I put lunar in my calendar. Sorry for the confusion, but here's what I found. Aries new moon. This eclipse is illuminating mastery over the self and having the courage to face our shadow side. So it's a crucial time for long-lasting change to occur. And it's called a hybrid eclipse, and it's significant because its effects can be felt 5 to 6 months after the event takes place. So this is giving our collective energy an opportunity to change and shift with all that is transpiring. And I'm sure anybody watching this, the last thing they're thinking is nothing's changing in their life. So we know time and space is completely tipped up on its head. I notice people, aside from tinnitus, lack of sleep, loss of memory, although I don't think this loss of memory, some of it may be time warp kind of stuff. Unfortunately, I think we're all accumulating a lot of aluminum through the aggressive chemtrails. And if anybody's interested, I'll put the link to a full documentary where retired Air Force personnel have come forward and talked about, now that they're retired, they can talk about the missions they were on that were top secret. And it's pretty sad, but it's, all about weather control, power and control. So just keep that in mind. So we have to be super diligent at working with things like this, developing your intuition, working with light and sound, right, vibration and frequency, so that we can stay in these higher frequencies of love, right, gratitude. So with that said, let's together go into, and excuse my voice, I got a whammy of, I was outside working for a couple days in the sun and the intense pollen. Now it's kind of in my throat. So just taking a few deep breaths. Again, take 1 or 2 in through the nose and hold. And then exhaling through your mouth so that you are activating and creating a connection between the vagus nerve. You know, my understanding of the vagus nerve too is that it has connection to all the myofascial points, or myofascial, the web that's within us. It's basically a web within us. So just imagine this beautiful web within us getting activated with your intention to be alive, to be moving, to be transforming. And then together, let's imagine a brilliant white light coming down from the heavens, surrounding us and anchoring us all the way down to the center of the earth. Feel yourself grounded down, down, down to the center of the earth, where you feel that connection to Gaia, Pachamama, this iron molten core, and that awareness, that connection, that realization of this iron core, this molten energy, this vibrant, vital life force that's at the center of our earth. Feel that activate that same center within you at your base chakra. That red energy, that hemoglobin, the blood that flows through your body and mirrors or helps to move your toroidal field. Right, so as you feel that connection, that grounding, that tethering, that centering, and all the better if you can be barefoot with your feet on the ground, just feel that connection to the earth, and then feel it move up, bringing this rainbow light as it activates all the chakras so that all of your chakras are open, fully functioning front and back, balanced and aligned. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, and white. Just feel that rainbow energy now coming into play, feeding the toroidal field, that spiral of energy through your central channel, coming up and spilling out over the top of your head, infinite and eternal. Your intention right now, just to align, to ground, align, and expand into your superconscious state of awareness, the all that is, the great mystery. And then creating a sacred circle for this reading to reside within. Let's call in all of the directions: the east, the south, west, the north, above, below, and the middle. All of the elementals, come and be with us. Earth, air, fire, water, ether, plasma, neutrinos, gammas, and all those elements yet unknown to man. Come and be with us. Come and be with us. All the layers and levels of dynamic that are here and now, past, present, and future of timelines. Places we've been before and places we will be in the future. Come and be with us. Come and be with us. Come and be with us. All of our guides, angels, teachers, guardians, magical, mystical, seen and unseen. Come and be with us. Come and be with us. The two-legged, the four-legged, the many-legged, the winged ones, the finned ones, the creepy crawlers. Come and be with us. Come and be with us as we create a sacred circle to bring a wealth of knowledge, joy, peace, abundance, ease, and grace. Come and be with us. Join us in this sacred inquiry for this reading today in preparation for this beautiful new moon. So I hope that you can start to allow something to rise up from your heart, an intention, and let it expand into this knowing of the new moon coming and this eclipse that's coming, knowing that it will be months of reverberation, reflection, right? Then that more information will come, pieces of the puzzle, right? More breadcrumbs to follow. And then last but not least, let's call in all of our ancestors, those who've gone before us, lived a good life and transcended and are now here working on our behalf. Come and be with us. Come and be with us. All those whose names we do not know, but whose blood runs through our veins. Come and be with us. Sit in the sacred circle. Bring your knowledge, wisdom, and experience from these multiple dimensions, multiple levels of understanding into our sacred circle. And know that the sacred circle goes beyond you, beyond the space in the room, outside and far beyond that, to include all those we come in contact with. And in essence, if you want to just imagine one more thing, would be a golden thread of light. Now that you are open and receptive, feel this golden thread that connects all that is, right? Is our connection to all that is. Everything is connected. This golden web of light that ripples throughout the Akash, through the cosmic forces, seen and unseen. And allow that to enter this field, and know that you can get energy, information, and understanding from any of these places. It can come through any of the senses and any of the super senses that you maybe haven't developed quite as much as you'd like to yet. They are here too. Come and be with us. In full faith, so be it. Aho. And simply just allowing that sound, the sound of the rattle, the sound of the drum, helps us to go even deeper into a theta alpha state, somewhere in between, one or the other. Just allow that sound. It's something ancient. We all know it. We've all heard it. It's the heartbeat. It's the frequency, right? That all things are activated by and through. So excuse me. Hope I don't lose my voice during the reading, but we're going to dive in here. And now I'm going to invite you to blow 3 times with me into the basket. And then what I'm going to do with my overhead camera, oops, bear with me, which I didn't have plugged in. Sorry about that. So just hang tight. I'm going to plug it in. And I'm going to, there we go. Tip this a little forward. Okay. A little more light on the subject here. And then I'm going to share my screen. So get comfortable or scooch up close to the screen in order to see these pieces more closely and understand how they're playing out for you today. And into this new moon week and this eclipse energy. So there we have it. Wow, that was interesting. That was very interesting. It's like the pieces did not want to come out at some point. That was fascinating. I just love when things like that happen. It really invites us to pay attention, right? To be fully present. So again, as we do the reading, take that into consideration, that you are in the I am presence. You had an intention, now you're putting your attention on these pieces that are bringing in more details, more information, and we're allowing movement, we're allowing flow. Hey, we're all human, and things happen, and you know, they can be challenging, they can be weird and wonky. Oh, I'm trying to get this other thing out of here. I want to get rid of this so that in this full screen, I want to just be sure I show you something which is so interesting. I think it may actually not show up on your screen, but I just want to show you here. The piece that would be closest to you, which I believe when I do one-on-one readings, this would be more the configuration. Let's see if I can get this organized in a better way for you. The orientation for the piece that's closest to you, let's see, is not there. Okay, it's kind of a wonky start here, huh? Is this, which is a beautiful piece. It's a 2, so it's all about, in the bigger picture, co-creating, partnering, right? The 2. And look at who's in your life. Who are the partners and people in your life right now? Yeah, let's just get this kind of straight. And I'm just going to try to get that. Yeah, so you can see the 2 is here, and this piece is almost, you know, directly opposite, a little bit of an angle. So those are the outer pieces, along with Father, which is fascinating. We've got Father out here on the edge too, closest to me in the blueprint. So there's something again about this masculine energy, the blueprint, and it's all about letting go. Here's this little heart-shaped dagger, releasing and letting go what no longer serves you, about Father, authority figure, right? Karma with the Father. So this is what's up for all of us, because it's the masculine principle that is really needing restructuring. This is what's falling apart, right? This is what's falling apart. Oh my gosh, I can't get this. There we go. So even though it's the furthest piece away from you, it's right here with your second chakra. This little piece represents your second chakra, looking at where your creative energy has been implosive or not expressed, right? It's internalized, but not expressed out in the world. So let's find the inquiry so we can see how this relates to this Father energy. Okay, interesting. I'm just kind of doing a little scan here. So notice what jumps out for you. And I'm going to have to cut this short because I don't think my voice is going to hang in there. Here's the inquiry. There's something about time, and we all are experiencing a wonky time, right? Like it's either flying or it slows molasses, or we feel like we're in a time warp. In fact, look at the 2 timekeepers. Here they are really close to each other, and they're encircling this little collection here around the inquiry. So it's about taking the opportunity to slow down and pause. You know, the new moon too is an opportunity to clarify, right, what it is you want to manifest in the next month, or what you want to manifest as it comes into a full moon, right, to its fruition. So now is the time for planting seeds and then allowing those seeds to be birthed, right, to move forward. So the inquiry, interestingly enough, is on top of a piece that's about luck in your home. So really think about that. Think about blessing your home, or ways that you feel blessed in your home. Have gratitude and appreciation, or do ceremony for creating. You might want to do that. And come back, this piece is Dragon's Blood, which is about purification. Do a cleansing. That would be a great thing to do, a little purification. It could be as simple as burning sage, sprinkling water, aromatherapy oils, anything, whatever you feel would support your home in a certain level of clarification, right? Just to clear the energy. Okay. Just want this light to be a little closer. So that's a key piece here. But what's coming out is here's grandmother on your father's side, your grandmother on your father's side. So your paternal grandmother. She has Saturn there, right? So how was your grandmother influenced by her, how, her father, but your father, how did he carry over what your grandmother? Just pay attention there. These are just like signposts. So it's like saying this whole issue around father and clearing and healing, the Saturnian structures like father, authority. Also track it. Notice your grandmother, right? Your paternal grandmother. And notice, because if that's going to come in bursts, this is Uranus, so something sudden and unexpected could happen. If that person is still alive in your life, great, more power to you. You can actually observe them, talk to them, share with them. If not, you'll have to go by memory, right? Or get information from other relatives or friends. But just notice and know there's a relationship here. In fact, there is another paternal ancestor, and it's the great ones. So they're here, and in fact, here is another little configuration, like a little line here from grandmother, grandfather, and a young adult on your father's side. So that's interesting. And the grandfather is sitting next to the heart chakra. So yeah, look at your grandmother. How did she represent, or did she not represent, the divine feminine for you? Just notice that something may come in a sudden burst to you, or an aha about that. How that relationship with your father was carried over and had to do with your forces of creativity, your creative juice. And then with grandfather, we see here, very interesting, the ancient ones on in your father's lineage too. Oh, that's interesting. We don't need that. Is also a part of this configuration showing up here next to the moon and to Neptune. I gotta look at that little alignment here. Make a wish, right? Your wish will come true. Know that it might be, something in the ethers, kind of watery, not yet formed, but take time to reflect and get a sense of what you would like to see manifest during this time period of new moon coming into full moon and this eclipse. And just know it's affecting the earth. It's affecting truth, love, and beauty, what that represents to you, anything Venusian, all this Venus energy. And here's your mother. That's so interesting. I knocked her over. I'm so sorry. But she was kind of standing up here. She's over here, not far from father. But this is mother. She's by the divine feminine, the earth. And the other, whoever it is, you might have a partner, a lover, a coworker, they're facing down. So there's something going on for them physically. There's also something going on a frequency level that has to do with love. So just notice if there's anything pertinent in that part of your life in that respect. And then here in the very center, we have a reminder to stay in innocence. Because, and play with the magic of what's happening as we go through the photon belt and we're hit. The Schumann resonance is shifting and changing. We have no idea of how this is affecting us other than we do know it's changing our DNA. But look at the effect that it may be having on you, the creator or the one, or how you're connected to the one and how you feel inspiration or passion right now. What do you feel passionate about? What could you put your energy behind? What do you feel you love to do simply because you love it? It's not your job. It's not like something you have to do, but you absolutely just love it. Whether it's just simply being, feet on the ground, swimming in the water, painting, drawing, Notice the passion, how passion can guide you right now into understanding your vision more clearly, and also this idea of communicating it, communicating it, bringing it out into the world, right? Bringing it out to the world. As you go through, of course, we're all going through kind of a rebirth right now, all right? And we're starting to understand more about our star nations, right? Who they were. For those of us doing regression work, you might be remembering. But there's a movement forward with this idea. I highly recommend hypnosis, past life regression work. If you're interested, you can check out my website. Or whoever you do it with, or you do it yourself, or have a guide of yours work with you to do it. Ask to be remembering some of these past lives, as they are clues, right? They're breadcrumbs along the way as we become citizen scientists, right? And figuring out how we are transforming through these incredible changing times, right? Anything that can give us more information, all the better. And then we come to, this is so fascinating, back down here by your father, where I said, here's grandmother, here's the ancient ones, or the greats, but here is grandfather on your mother's side. So this is all fascinating to me, because here we have the lock and the key. So there's something, what is it that's locked up in your understanding or knowing of your paternal lineage, your father's side? And look at this configuration. I mean, you just can't put this together. Here is, this spike is all about directing energy, and the key, it's saying, almost like with all your power, with all your might, focus your energy. You're going to need to do that, I think, because I said Neptune was kind of here in this lineup at the center. So things might feel a little foggy right now, but the beauty of understanding the I am principle is you have your intention, you put all your attention on your outcome, and you allow for the planetary cycles and waves of energy to move you toward it, or to move things towards you. You don't have to push, you don't have to struggle. This is about just something is pointing the way. Trust where you're getting pointed to, in what directions, because this is your third chakra. This is your power space, right? So your hara, your chi, your dantian. So, with all of your focus and energy, stay in alignment with understanding it's all about right now releasing the old. As you continue to release the old, space will come through, and that beautiful piece we had in the beginning, that whatever you need, whether it's a partner, some kind of element, some kind of physical necessity, whatever it is you need to co-create will come to you when you have that one pointed focus, right? Just keep your eye on the prize. Keep your eye on the prize. Call on your power animals. Know that your truth is what propels you forward. This is the sword of truth. And this truth being that your higher wisdom, your higher knowing of who you are, is that you are a star being. You are beyond this physical, right? I know a lot of, a lot of guidance and systems talk about, do X, Y, Z, do this and that, and this is all going to happen in this particular order, which may be true and may not be true at all. I have found many of them. In fact, I live with somebody who practiced one of these systems, and I found most of the time it wasn't accurate for me. So, in fact, far from it. And I had some big lessons to learn about that, and following my own truth. And so this here is all about that, right? Trust your heart, follow your own truth, and know that you are a creative being far beyond what some book tells you, that you're a number, or you're a whatever, you're a card, you're this, you're that. There's so many different systems, but just know that You are at the essence of it all, you are a creator. And you came down here to earth to remember that you are a creator. Yes, you can maybe take these things that you see give you insight about the future, but you can use them to your advantage. Use them to flow or to have things flow toward you instead of you just being a victim or you just being, oh wow, I'm a two, so I can only do XYZ. Whatever that means. I say great. Some of that could be informational, but it's not written in stone. That's all I'm saying. Trust your truth to take you into the future to release what no longer serves you, especially the masculine and the masculine that you've adopted. I think this is what the deeper message is here. It's not just about your father here. That's on the greater outskirts, right? Where you can track is your grandmother. How was your grandmother influenced, right? The great ones, grandfather. There's other players here. And so just know there's lots of time and space for conditioning and programming. And so we can be programmed in all kinds of ways to think one way or another. But that does not mean it's true. And it does not mean that it is the only answer. There's always options. So just know also with this creative energy, you as the creator, you are going through a transfiguration. Here is the eye of God. Eagle condor is sitting on top of it, looking over the mind. You're greater than your own mind. You're bigger than the mental capacity, right? That's what this is saying, right next to this inquiry. Whatever you might have in your mind, there's something greater. And this transfiguration that we're all going through is about stepping into their own power and having your capacity expand to become the one, right? Or in alignment with the one of all that is, the eye of God itself, right? Because it's in truth, my understanding is the nature of reality is that this consciousness that is creating us and creating all of this at any given moment needs us to have this conscious awareness to reflect back. And so if you're reflecting back, I'm a victim, I'm never going to be able to do XYZ, I can't have a marriage, I can't have a baby, like whatever it is, you think because you're some number or some astrological creature, yeah, there might be characteristics there because it's part of the field, it's information that's in the field, but it's not the end all. That's all I'm saying. So just know when you come to a fork in the road, the way to go, when you're trying to make the choice, here you go, look, it's the middle ground. Stay in the middle ground right now, right? And this is you. And follow what is sacred. This little piece here is about the sacred. So trust, be in sacred ceremony, create, take time for reflection. This will give you an idea of how to move forward. Actually, how to take, this is Mars here. So how to take energy to move forward, right? Because Aries is all about the new, right? So we're transforming, creating something new, and know that ultimately this is all leading us to being grounded in the wisdom and the knowledge of a sacred union with the self, the divine self, the self with a capital S. And that here is your crown chakra. Just be open to the downloads, be open to the wisdom. And it looks like that's really happening here for all of us. We are open and receptive. So take all this in. Know there will be heart healing. Things are lined up right now in order for us to have this big aha at the third eye, right? To transform suffering that we've had in the past into abundance, brilliance, wisdom, and knowledge and light. That I am so grateful for this opportunity. So be it. Aho.